Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Darlene from darlenestampandspot.com, and this is the project I'm making today. Isn't it cute? This uses one of our clear tiny treat boxes, and I have some of the Hershey's Monster Kisses that they came out with for Halloween this year, and I just found this at my local grocery store. Okay, so let me tell you the supplies that we're going to need. Got one of the treat boxes here. This is a piece of the Toil and Trouble Designer Series paper, and it's cut at 1 7/8 by 9 inches. I've already die cut the second smallest stitched shape circle out of our new black foil. And then this is also from that same Designer Series paper, and I've just die cut one of the witch's hats with the coordinating framelits from the Cauldron Bubble. And I've got just a scrap of Whisper White to use our stamping, which we will be using Granny Apple Green. And the stamp that I'm using is from Itty Bitty Greetings. This is a great set. It's a red rubber set, and I'm using the Trick or Treat right here. I'm also going to be using the black cord, 1/8 inch cord, and the glitter enamel dots. We'll be using, I'm going to do the purple on this one because we're stamping with the green. So let's go ahead and do the stamping. Let's get that good and dry while we assemble our box. Okay, Trick or Treat. And we're going to punch this out with the classic label punch, so it's okay if it's crooked or not exactly centered on your piece. Okay, that looks good. That's it for the stamping. Put that aside for just a minute. The clear tiny treat boxes, they come with this, it's like a little film. It's just a protective layer so that the boxes don't get scratched during shipping. So you just remove that, and you're going to want to fold it the opposite way so that you can crease the other score lines. All the score lines are in here already done for you. So you just want to fold down on each one of those lines so that the box will come together. Okay? And now for the bottom of the box, you've got this, can you see that? There's one that's got like a little cutout in it. You've got the two that are exactly the same. Those are the sides, and then you have the one with like the little, the tongue. So this is kind of like the mouth, maybe the tongue. I'm going to put that mouth down, and then the sides, and then stick the little tongue part in. Okay, and then I just like to make sure that it's sitting up straight. Okay, now I've used a little bit of just some black shredded paper that I got at the dollar store, and then I've got 9 of those Hershey Kisses fitting here really nice. Okay, and then we're just going to close it up. And what I'm going to do is take the DSP, and I'm going to start at the bottom, and all I'm going to do is kind of pinch it around. We don't want it to be too tight because you want it to be able to be slid off and on from the box. Okay, so that kind of just gives us an idea where it needs to be folded. This is the first video that I'm sharing in it'll be a series of videos showing you what kinds of things I'm making for my craft fairs this season. So there will be a mix of Halloween and Christmas, along with my Thanksgiving, thankful kind of things. It'll just be for the entire craft show season from now until the end of the year. So then that's just going to go together like that. So I'm going to use some of our tearing tape adhesive, and I'm going to put it on the top of this piece, and then the bottom or the underside of this piece, just like that. Okay, and then if you just give it a little press it'll help to get that paper backing off and expose the adhesive. So I'm just going to stick my piercer underneath there, coming at it from the edge, or the side rather than the end. I found is easier for me to get those backings off. And then we're just going to put it back on. If you've got a little bit of the extra adhesive hanging off, you can just roll it back over like that, because you don't want it sticking to the box. Okay, and so I'm just going to wrap it around, and it's going to come together just like that. You just want to make sure that your sides are even. There we go. Okay, so let's see, let's grab our pieces here. I need to punch out our sentiment. This is the classic label punch. I'm going to feed that in. And I'm going to try and center it the best I can, because I want the room for those enamel dots to fit on either end. Okay? And everything is going to get dimensionals. So the tag is it's going to hang off of the box a little bit. So I'm just going to put a couple of dimensionals here at what will be the top of the tag. Well, that was weird. That one came off with all of the paper and everything. Anyway, okay. So there's that. That's going to go on the top of the box. And then the hat's going to go next. And I want to keep these towards the bottom of the hat, because the top of the hat is going to stick off at the circle some, okay? And then I'm going to bring in the some mini dimensionals, and I like to use my paper piercers to get these off. They're pretty small. And again, I'm just going to go towards the center of the tag, because the ends are going to hang off of that circle. Okay? Get those off of there. Let's go ahead and take the backings off of here and get our circle in place. I think that looks good. I'm going, I don't know, about a little more than halfway up. It doesn't matter, just how far you want it to go on. I guess you could stick it straight down on the top and not have it offset, but I really liked having that. I just like the look of it. Oops. Let me stick this down here, because I know from experience with making these boxes, it's a whole lot easier for me to get those dots on there before I've stuck it on the project. So I'm just going to grab, one of the smallest ones and just stick that right there. And we'll stick another one over here. Okay? And then we're just going to stick this just like that. It's so cute. I love it. Okay, and then the last thing is I'm going to be using some of the black cord. This is found in the annual catalog. And I'm just pulling a length that I think that I need to be able to tie this into a bow. You could also just tie it in a knot. I think that it would still look super cute if you centered this and then maybe not use the cord if you don't have the cord. You could use black baker's twine. We've got all different kinds of options for black ribbon and twine in the catalog. Oops, let's see. All right, here we go. Okay, and I already got it crooked. So, hang on. You know, people always talk about, when I watch other people on videos, they're like, it's so nerve-wracking tying a bow on camera. And I'm like, well, what's the difference? Well, I'm not sure what the difference is, but I agree. I don't have this much trouble when I'm not filming. All right. This is attempt number 2. There we go. Not too difficult. And then you can just make your little loops and your tails as long as you would like. And I like the look of that, so I'm just going to grab some scissors, and I'm just going to come in. You know what? I wasn't going to use my ribbon scissors because I was afraid this cord would not be good for them, but they're not going to cut with those other ones, so I'm going to have to use these. Okay. And there's the one that we just made, and here's the one that I made earlier. I just think they're so cute. If you need any of these supplies, you can shop in my online store at darlenestampinspot.com. You just hit the Shop Now button. I will provide a supply list below in this video, and you can just click on a picture and it'll take you right to my online store. If your purchase is $50 or more before tax and shipping, you will qualify for my free embellishment for September, which is a package of these red rhinestones. And remember, you need to use the host code so that I know that you want to get a pack of the rhinestones, okay? And I always send you a handmade card to thank you for shopping with me.